Hello. Hello. I'm on shoddy cam again, but I just felt like doing a little video. This camera on this is gash. I keep looking over here, and if you see me do this, it's because I'm looking at me on the viewfinder just to see I'm in. I've also just seen what my hair looks like. I look like some crappy monk from the 17. If I had a big bald spot there, which gratefully I don't, I'd look like a monk that had the vow of silence, which is also something I could never do. If I like this, then I'll put it up, and if I don't, then I'll just delete it. You lot will never have known that it existed. I was just bored, and I thought I'd talk about a toy, and this toy's been sat on my... in front... Look, here, let's see if we can see it together. Look, that's my stereo, and he sits sort of... there, on top of that speaker. He just sort of sits there. I'm watching Blade, by the way. Again, it was on the other day, but I quite like it, and it's just going on and on and on. I've never been one for the beasts, and I'm slowly coming around to beasts. I'm partial by shark formers at the moment. I like them, because I like sharks. I know quite a lot about sharks. I don't know why. At some point in my life, I just went, I think I'm going to learn about sharks. And just sort of soaked in loads of knowledge about them. I want the Skybite, the chrome silvery one. He looks bitty, but awesome. I've also Ben. I've decided what Transformer is my favourite Transformer. Toy, anyway. It was hard. It's taken forever. It was just... I don't ever want you to put me in that position again. Stop it. It's 2 minutes in. Haven't talked about a thing. Beast Wars Cheetor. Now, this is a rubbish toy. This is an awful, awful toy. 2 weeks without drinking now. Not had a drink in 2 weeks. Getting very fat. Need to get rid of some of that. Booze has gone out the window. Thinking of telling Mum I can't eat dinners here anymore. And buying Weight Watchers meals and just doing that. And I'm skipping in the back garden. Skipping sounds gay, but for any of you that have tried doing skipping in the back garden or in the front or just generally, trying to put 20 skips together is difficult enough as it is, let alone keep 5 minutes of it up. And I want to sort of work it up to 20. It's all about the cardio. Cheetor! Look, I mean, from the side, his profile isn't too bad. He's got these big boots at the back, which I'm not quite sure about. It's not brilliant, but as a representation of a transforming pussycat, I quite like it. I didn't like it. I don't like it at all. It's a stupid Beast Wars toy. But there's something about this that makes me want to stroke it gently at the back here. Look. Oh, pussycat, pussycat. He's nice. I quite like him. He's very, very light. He doesn't weigh anything. And he's very, very sturdy. You can sort of just throw him around and he'll stand up. I like all of that. I like his guns as well. Let's talk about let's talk about articulation. The articulation for this toy is this. And that's all it's going to do. It's a statue. It's not even a very good statue. But all it'll do is this hip joint moves and that knee joint moves. And I'm not even sure if I transform this one properly because look, I'm wearing socks and shorts because that's the way I roll. So yeah, Cheetor, he's okay. He's just okay. Gonna start to get. It's when he turns into the other bot. There's lots of stuff that I hate and lots of stuff that I love. Put his belly off. Now this is cool. I'd never tried it. I'm never ever going to. eBay I got this for. I got the sharky one whose name I can't remember. This I got him and the grizzly bear thing for £5. Oh, and I've never talked about the Cheetor. This is a gun. And it's a gun at that end. It just looks like a normal everyday gun, but this is squidgy widgy woo. And if you stick it in water and go, you can go spurt at people. Read into that what you will. Then also, you take his hips and you pry them loose like this. And then under here, can you see under here there's all this detailed garbly stuff. You can, this isn't really the right camera for it, but all you do is you flick this and turn it round the other way, and now you've got the spotty cannon of doom, if I can do it properly. There you go. It's not easy doing out of this stupid camera thing. How do you lot do it? I must get to grips with the old one. It just takes so long. I bought I used to vlog quite a lot. I bought that. It's going to go on the windscreen of the car, so I'm going to take my Kodak camera and do car vlogs again. People seem to like them. Just talk about life, the universe and everything. I'm going to ask you questions and you can return in the form of a video response. Although I didn't do one for Carl the other day, even though I meant to. But I do all the things that I used to. It's a different video. A gun! It's a gun, on the top it doesn't look much like a gun, and from the side it doesn't look much like a gun, and from the bottom it looks even less like a gun. But it's got a little sort of pin thing there, which is what he holds onto the gun with. This is shit. This, on the other hand, is still shit. Now, one of the things that I can't work out is you straight... Let me get back a bit so you can see what I'm doing. You straighten his legs out. Enterprise. Awesome. 1979. So you turn that, and he's like that. And then there's little nubbins. There we go. Little nubbins under here, and you dig your nail on it. And then these pop out. So I'm going to give my opinion, and my opinion may be right and may be wrong. It's based on my opinion, so it can be neither, but it is founded in the facts of how the figure is supposed to be, and I'm not really an aficionado of this toy. It's just something that it's a really good pick up and play toy. It's something that you can just pick up and go doo, 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 touch, and it's just, I like robots that make you just want to pick up and sort of touch them. Do you know what else is good for that? He's really good for that. He's really nice for that. I don't ever like do bang bang noises or go pew pew. But I do have a wonderful habit of just picking him up and toying with him. He lives by the bed, and I just transform him a couple of times. It's very therapeutic. You take this. I digress. Take this, and you straighten the legs, and now he's not the heely things, okay? And I think, and this is where it's all going to go wrong. You turn this like this. Something has fallen off my robot. Something has fallen off my robot. He had a tummy piece earlier, and now it's gone. Hearing aid. Getting old. Getting old. Oh, shit. This might be the end of this review, or I might just have to cut the middle out of it. Bear with me. Turns out I'm halfway between a bloody idiot and a badger's brush. Because the bit that I've lost, the bit I've lost is that bit. Which is why you can imagine why it caught me so much off guard when it wasn't there anymore. So, Adrian, do that. Now, see, this is his front, eventually, so it really ought to be like that, because then he's got articulation that goes that way, like knees would. But then he's got these poopy little, cocky little toes, and all his feet is on backwards. We're going to try it and run it, and you can tell me which one is right. You're going to pull everything apart like this, and just sort of get your finger in there, wiggle it around, and then you're going to put the feeties with no articulation, and move that all the way back there, like that. Now this is starting to become a great big piece of robot mess, so you got these joints here, so you're going to go bang like that, and bang like that, and that's going to push everything to the side, and then if you straighten his arms up like that, you can just make a little bit of space, and then you're going to take the head like that, and this is quite clever. I like this. This is quite clever. On here, there's like a spinny like this, and let me turn it like that. You can see how that works, and you just go bing, like that, which is good. And then so you take this good little head, little face. He's got the maximal thing, so you can turn it up like that. Buggy face. But I don't like it. Put it like that. Much better. He's got articulation that he can turn his head, which makes the already winning on the front of the robot mode. So all you do is do that like that and that like that. So he's got his cheetah face, and then all you do is twist the arms around and get. The shoulders are quite difficult because you've got to get the U cup here flat, and then turn the whole arm without jiggling stuff around too much. So you do that there, and just you don't need to see me do the other one. So he's got little fisties built inside the arm, which is covered by the cheetah plates. But you can use them. It's useful. Look, the fist sticks out above. It's not completely covered, which is getting comfy. Much better than when you have doors hiding arms on car ones. It just seems a bit more user-friendly in some way. It does leave a huge amount of robot chest sticking out in front of his face. He can't see anything. He can fire up, but he'd have to lean forward. Now the debate. He can, just while I'm here, if you take the nubbin, and put it in there, he can have a gun. And if you take the other nubbin, and put that there, he can do that. Or you can have the tail out, and he can just wag his tail. But now you got this, and you've got this blue thing here, which is fine. And now see, but it doesn't sit flat. It pokes out like it's sort of semi-erect. He's got a semi on. Because if you leave that like that and put like that, like that, this will fold all the way down. It looks much more as it were, as it should be. But the problem is you now just completely demolished. See, the feet are the right way round now. The feet look nice, but his knees go backwards. He's got broken legs. So articulation-wise, it means that he's very limited, because any leaning back that he has to do because of being front heavy has to go through the hip and not the knee. I'm not a fan. Anyway, what have we got? Is a robot cheetah. He's a cocky teenage whiz kid from the cartoons. See, but his head, when it's seen, it's just his head, his helmet is lost inside all of this robot gush. I do, however, advise that if you see one cheap on the interweb, you possibly buy one, because I've probably, in the last 2 weeks, I've played with this little bugger more, bearing in mind, actually sat next to my bed. Last time I sat down, last night I moved, put him in the robot mode. He was very nice. And I can't show you the other one that I am currently tinkering with, because it is the subject of Ben's video. I have a lawful lot to say about it, and don't know how I'm going to squeeze it into 2 minutes. on the nice camera and edit it down. I'm going to be concise and film into small hunks. This has been SMS number 1, aka Smosno, but you can just call me Dave. It's been a very trying time of late, and everything seems to be going up the Swanee, so I thought I'd have a little fun and talk about a robot. If it's all the same with you, I'm going to work out what button I've got to bloody well press, because this never works and goes so easily, and I'm going to say, pick up your bad pussycat.